You need to commit yourself to obedience and pursue holiness. Commit yourself to obedience and pursue holiness. Help me to read Romans 6, verse 13.
Romans 6:13. And do not present your members as instruments of unrighteousness to sin, but present yourselves to God as being alive from the dead, and your members as instruments of righteousness to God.
Galatians 5, verse 1. Want me to project that and read that?
Galatians 5 and verse 1. Steadfast, therefore, in the liberty by which Christ has made us free, and do not be entangled again with the yoke of bondage.
Committing ourselves to obedience and pursuing holiness. You know, so often, even when the demon is gone, one thing that remains is your freedom of choice. And too often, we are too quick to assign blame in cases where it is our own disobedience and sinful nature that we have failed to master. So even if you have been delivered, or even if you were to be delivered, if you do not practice obedience and godliness, you will keep falling into the same trap time and time and time again. 3 facts about holiness. Holiness, number 1, it must be pursued. Read for me Hebrews 12:14.
Hebrews 12 and 14. Pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord.
So holiness is something that must be pursued. Deuteronomy 4:29 as well tells us that we must pursue holiness. My brother, my sister, you're not just gonna wake up and be walking in holiness. This is a constant pursuit. Also, holiness is a lifelong task. It doesn't end today or tomorrow. As long as you're alive, you must be on the agenda of holiness. Help me to read Ephesians 4:22 to 24.
Ephesians 4:22 to 24. That you put off concerning your former conduct the old man which grows corrupt according to the deceitful lusts, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that you put on the new man which was created according to God in true righteousness and holiness.
Holiness is a lifelong task. Holiness is to actually conform to the very nature of God. The third fact about holiness is holiness doesn't trivialize sin. Help me to read 1 Peter 1, verse 15 to 16.
1 Peter 1, 15 to 16. But as he who called you is holy, you also be holy in all your conduct, because it is written, be holy, for I am holy.
What this teaches us is all sin is the same. There's no great sin. There's no small sin. There's no trivial sin. Sin is sin. And sin, like we have talked about already, is a doorway to oppression. And it is an offense to God. To sum it up is, the pursuit of holiness, it is the pursuit of obedience. When you pursue holiness, then you have no choice. You are definitely pursuing obedience, and you're going to be walking in obedience.